Hello everyone, and welcome back to our series where we are the Unholy Horde. And in the last episode, we got started in the city with a Sedium here, and we went and attacked our first bandit camp. Now, if you want to know some of the advantages and disadvantages for us in the series, just look in the description, and you will see a list where I list out the finer points of this series. And now, basically, Sedium is back, and it looks like we have some lumberjacks and such sleeping outside of our hull. And we also got our builder camp set up. So we will be instructing on that in the morning. And otherwise, I did just want to mention that previously I spoke a little bit about not updating to the newest versions of the game. So I do have a Steam CMD set up for the current version of the game, which I don't even know what the build is. It's like 1.76 or something like that. Um, so when the new update arrives, probably on Friday, do not expect to see it in this series. We will be sticking to what we have currently. So if anything changes, don't be too surprised by that. And otherwise, we are just kind of waiting for the next day to tick over so we can get ourselves a couple of new warriors, and then we will be going and assisting Sophia here with their bandit camp that has 5 soldiers there, and they do have a few bowmen. We will potentially get a few injuries here, maybe, hopefully only 1 or 2, but it's possible to get even more than that, so we'll just have to see. Okay, so it's a new day and 2 new warriors in the midst, and we are probably ready to go and attack that bandit camp. I do just want to check some upgrades here, set these to build first. We have 6 now, so we do want to probably prioritize another one of these houses to warriors. We'll just go with this one. We do have a couple of prisoners as well, and they can just go ahead and stay in the workforce for quite a while, I think. Now, let's see here. Yeah, they would be hireable. One of them would be. So we'll want to go ahead, actually, and set down a prison ward so that they don't try to escape on us. Let's see. Can't place it here. Why is that? Oh, okay. It's too large. Okay, I see. We could rotate it. I would like it to be kind of back here. I think that's a good spot for it. Just since it's near the warriors and everything. Maybe here. Okay, we'll just place it there. Okay, and we're actually going to place a couple more houses just to make sure we really have enough. We're going to place a couple more down this line right here, and we'll also place some next to this rock, and we'll set these to build first as well, hoping to grow our city very quickly, and we'll set the prison ward to build first as well. Okay, there we go. Now I think we're going to go ahead and attack this camp here. So let's go ahead and create our squad. Oh yes, I forgot one thing, and that is our axes. There we go. Perfect. 83%. We'll take it. Okay, and here we are. So let's go ahead and hop on into this bandit camp, and hopefully we do not get too many injuries here. That would not be too great of a start for us to immediately lose or get injured a bunch of our warriors. So let's see. Nobody has gone down so far. Okay. We could even target the archers, but what I've noticed is that the archers just end up getting involved anyways, and targeting them doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. Once we actually get into the main skirmish, everybody goes down very fast, so not too worried, but it's just those injuries. And mostly, I mean, if we lose Sedium, that's game over, so we do have to be a little bit careful in that sense as well. Another thing that I did notice is when I was doing the testing and everything, I never got a single free lord. I don't know, since we have our actual location named Unholy Horde, I am just guessing here, but it is possible. It's possible that we won't get any visitors that are actual free lords just because of the name, maybe? I have no idea. That would be quite strange to me, because this is how the name shows up for the actual Unholy Horde when you have them. You can go to your player faction, and you can see right here, this is exactly, I think, how it displays. So it's possible. I don't really know. It would be quite funny if just having the same name prevents you from getting free lords somehow, but we'll just have to see. We haven't gotten any so far. Okay, and luckily for us, we were able to just make it to the trader in time, just minutes before they leave. So we'll go ahead and sell these bows and these maces and these spears because obviously we do not need them. And let's see, what can we get in exchange? Maybe the temple. It may be good to have the temple. How's everybody's happiness at the moment? Not too bad. Mood 60. 76 on the warriors. Okay, that's pretty good. There does seem to be an injury there. I'll have to check that. I think we'll just wait. We don't really need it at the moment. No. Yeah, I don't think we need it right now. So we'll just take the money for now. Are any of these guys... there are disabilities. They're not really too useful to us if they have disabilities. Yeah, we'll just sell them as well. And we'll take, in exchange for that, should we just buy another prisoner that maybe doesn't have an injury? Yeah, maybe one that doesn't have xenophobia, but we don't necessarily want a macaw either. We'll just take maybe this Caden. They're 75, but they are only 20 years old, so we could have them for quite a while. We'll do that. Now that has been pretty beneficial for us. We already have a plus 13 with the matriarch. If we can just keep making a bunch of money, we can start to buy a bunch of armors. And if we do that very fast, and if we could stockpile maybe around 60 armors or something like that, I think that would probably be enough that we could say that we don't really need the trader too much. And we could also make a nice bit of money to pay for those armors just by sacking some of Kaelin's villages here. They have 12 so far, so I think we'll wait for the next day, get those next warriors, which nobody is injured. They did use one medical salve, it looks like, so we should be okay. I think we want to nearly match the numbers, but I think 8 soldiers should probably be enough, especially with Sedium in here. I'm actually curious. Oh, he already has gotten quite a few experience points on command, so he should be able to hit 20 command before too much longer. But we will just go ahead and wait for the next day to turn over and spawn our new warriors, and then we'll go and attack Ironwood, I think. Okay, and the new day ticked over, and we're going to go ahead and attack Ironwood now. I could actually let Sedium do his inspections first. I might go ahead and do that. He's contemplating his destiny. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we're going to go ahead and start upgrading these as well. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to set another camp to build first, because we actually want to probably build this stuff just a little bit faster. And which one of these do we prioritize? This one. Okay, so we'll build that one. We want to get it to 6 residents pretty fast, and set that one to upgrade as well. There we go, we have the prison ward, that is good. Build these first as well. Okay. Or not build them first, but just upgrade them. Okay. Oh yes, that's right. You can't even upgrade the lumber mills anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and wait for Sedium to finish up these 2 inspections, and then we'll go and attack Ironwood. Okay, so we're done with those inspections, so let's go ahead and raid this village here. And we will send everybody. And I think I forgot the axes again. Auto those, and there we go. 74%. Okay, that is not as good as I hoped. That might be a few injuries. Is it the same here? This one has 15. Do they have, oh, they have 3 bowmen. Okay. That could be a little dangerous. Maybe we should wait another day. Yeah, I'm not really sure I want to necessarily risk it. We can still build up our forces, and we can still do, I mean, if we wait until we have 20 soldiers, then we'll have a full squad, so maybe we should just ought to do that before risking, you know, these battles where we're outnumbered and have bowmen against us. So we'll just go ahead and wait one more day, I think, before we actually go and do that attack. Okay, and here Sedium is being coronated as the king of the Unholy Horde here, and now he's gonna go drink some beer, and he is actually bloodied a little bit, it looks like. He doesn't have any injuries. He kind of, maybe I'm wrong, it looks like he's like bloodied there. Maybe it just hasn't updated or something. He is also malnourished. I don't really know what that's about. This is one of those bugs that I mentioned that seemed to happen, I think it was after the big summer update, where they just don't really seem to want to feed themselves. And you can't see their needs anymore, so you just kind of kind of just have to hope that they will eat at some point. I don't, maybe it's just that the threshold for malnutrition is lower or something like that, so it looks like they're malnourished, but they're actually okay as far as the game is concerned. I'm not really too sure. Either way, he went and drank, and now he's not even worried about eating for some reason, which is, yeah, just a little bit strange. Okay, and so another new day, and so we have 2 new soldiers, and this time, in case you were wondering, I did remember to actually spawn the axes for ourselves. So we are, I think, ready to go and attack one of these. I think we're still going to go for Ironwood first. We also want to go for Oakenshield, though, because that will give us a supply of wood. Now, we could wait, like I said, until we have 20 soldiers, but I think we will wait until we have 20 soldiers to really go crazy on attacking things. Like, we will probably start attacking Noth constantly as well, just to get their carrots and I guess their rutabaga, so we can make moonshine, I suppose. But we won't go too crazy yet, but we do want to go ahead and get this sacked so that the timer starts for it to be rebuilt and everything. We want to basically get as much meat as we possibly can, I think. That will make everybody nice and happy in our city. So it's saying 77%, not my favorite, but I think it'll work. Okay, and while we wait for Sedimen to make it over to Ironwood, I think it's time to start placing a few warehouses, because we are over the capacity already on resources, and we don't want everything to keep spoiling. And it'll also help us with the war supply limit anyway, so we're going to place them, let's say, probably just over here. It's not too big of a deal. Cancel that one. And we're going to end up needing a lot of them, because I don't think we're going to go too quickly for the granaries and things like that. It's just not something I'm too worried about. Because these actually, I think they have 20 slots or something like that for war supplies, yes. And otherwise, I mean, the granary is only basically useful for the vegetation. I think it's like 200 or something vegetation, so not even that much faster. So we'll just go ahead and have a bunch of warehouses probably in this line. Just keep it going that way. We're not going to have too many production buildings, so I don't think it's going to be too important really to have them near production sites really. And these lumber mills are pretty close to the hall as it is, so I don't think that's too big of a deal either. Okay, so here we are at Ironwood, and let's go ahead and run on in. Is it still just the 2 bowmen? I think it is. Oh, 3. Okay. So let's see if we take a lot of damage there. It's not looking too... Oh, wow, somebody looks like he just got injured, potentially. Oh, somebody might have straight up died. Okay, yeah, that's not too great. Okay, so of course, Callan has become our enemy, but it does not affect the matriarch's relationship of us, and we got 13 meat, so we will be happy about that. And we could let Sedimen be the only one to eat it, but I'm not really too worried about it. I think we will just go ahead and give it to our warriors, basically. Keep them nice and happy. I don't even know what their mood is at the moment, since none of them are home. We'll go ahead and check that out once they get back. Okay, so we made it home, and we're going to go ahead and set Sedimen up on his new instructions on the field and stuff like that. And we also need to start upgrading these other houses. Okay, that looks good. And we still have a few homeless, it looks like. The day ticked over, so we went ahead and spawned our new warriors. Look at that, 74 mood. That is absolutely perfect. Our army is our jewel in the series, so we absolutely have to keep them super, super happy. And I was wrong. As you can see, we already have a free lord. She is 35. I'm almost thinking that we should try to marry her and have a child, just to really make sure that we do not have a game over situation. We can already flatter her, apparently. I didn't even know this was a thing on Free Lords. Let's just go ahead and hire her. 225, okay. We will do that. She's 35, so we don't have very long to have a child with her, but it is something that we can do. So, either way, go ahead and get her hired, and then we will try and turn her into one of our actual lords. Okay, so let's see. She is homeless, of course, but we can grant her a title immediately. But she is a little bit of expensive, so hopefully we will be able to get some camps again soon. And we do also have Kortumra here. as our priest, so we will want to try and keep a decent enough relationship with him. We'll go ahead and put his house just pretty much up anywhere. Probably at least one line backwards. Maybe, yeah, we'll just place him by the lake. You can just have your house by the lake. There we go, that is good. Kind of out in the boonies a little bit. Keep you out of our way, hopefully. And we will go ahead and set up a marriage here with Sediaman. Perfect. And unfortunately, there was a dog merchant. I didn't have a chance to buy that dog. It's probably fine, though. Sediaman's mostly happy, so I'm not really too worried about that. Okay, and Polima and Sediaman are now engaged, so hopefully they can have a child and continue on the Sediaman name here in the Unholy Horde city. So I think that is where we are going to call it. We do have the trader. I'll go ahead and send that, and it looks like Polima can actually be our new trader. That is pretty good. And actually our manager. Let's go ahead and move her over to everything as far as management goes as well, since Sediaman is going to be out on campaign quite often. Was there anything else? Just these lumber mills and the hall. Yep, okay. And then intelligence on her is 3, actually. So she's not much smarter than Sediaman. We have a bunch of stupid warmongering kinds of people in this city here, so not too surprising. If we're gonna go for flavorful ale, we might want to get hop field and beer first. It will actually help us to learn anyways and get a higher intelligence skill, so we'll do that. And otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.